All right, Bearcat Journal here with Cincinnati quarterbacks coach Pete Thomas. Pete, we can start off with Brendan Sorsby, obviously second year. Looks like he's showcasing it on the field, the development that you guys thought that he might have had. What have you seen from him? Is he exceeding your expectations for this fall, or is he kind of just where you expected him to be?
Yeah, I mean, we obviously have really high expectations for him, and I think so far in camp he's meeting those expectations. Mm-hmm. He's had a really, really good fall camp so far, making plays, inside the framework of the offense, outside. Overall, very, very pleased with his development, how he's taking over the offense, and we're going to go as he goes.
Him and Cyrus seem to have a pretty good kind of chemistry.
Yep.
Are you impressed with how he's been able to kind of develop that? Because it's more of just a mental thing and being a good human being that can kind of impact the play on the field.
Yeah, I mean, obviously him and Cyrus have a great relationship, have since Sorsby first reached out to him and started recruiting him.
Yeah.
Obviously that's a very, very important relationship. And Cyrus is a baller. Obviously he's going to be out there making plays for us. And then obviously those other wideouts, a lot of them that we brought in, Sorsby has great relationships with them too, and then all the young guys that are developing as well.
When you look at last year's struggles in the last 5 games of the season, do you attribute that more to Sorsby? Do you attribute that to kind of a lack of speed in the receiver room, not getting open as much? And how could the new receivers kind of help?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the last 5 games didn't go as we wanted them to, and as we know, Sorsby didn't, play up to par, and he didn't make plays. We didn't put him in good positions. So kind of a collection of everything, Obviously with Sorsby, the second year in the system, with some of those wideouts we have, we think that will not happen this year.
Yeah. So working on a story about Brady Lichtenberg. I've heard nothing but good things from everyone I've ever talked to about that guy here, and it's kind of a rare thing for a guy to stick around in a school. Was this 6 years he's been here? 5?
I think it's 5.
5?
I think it's 5. Yeah,
so
I think
it's basically him and Gavin Gerhardt are like 2 players in the entire country.
That's his birthday today. He's turned 23.
Brady?
Brady?
Okay, perfect. Why do you think he's stayed? And have there been times where you kind of been wondering, like, dude, you can go and play somewhere else?
Yeah,
Why are you still here?
mean, we all love Lichty, obviously. I mean, from my first sit-down conversation in, probably December of 2022. I was like, man, this kid's awesome.
Yeah.
I think he stayed because he loves the city of Cincinnati. He loves the university. He likes where he's at. He got his degree from here, working on his master's. And he loves all that stuff. And then I think he loves his teammates. He respects his teammates. His teammates respect him. And I think we have a great relationship. Me and him and Coach Sat, we all have a great relationship. I mean, probably stayed for a lot of reasons, I mean, one thing I try to do with all the quarterbacks is just be open and honest with them, and I think Lichty has appreciated that. He always knows where he stands. Might not always be what he wants to hear. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't.
Yeah.
But I think he likes that honesty and relationship that we have.
Gotcha. When you kind of think about that, and he just talked to us, and he talked about you and Coach Sat and the relationship you have, is it kind of honoring that he kind of sees that, and he's like, this is too good to give up and go take a chance at another school?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Lichty probably could have gone some places and, truly competed for the starting job. He decided to stay, and he knew the situation when he decided to stay.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it says a lot about the type of player, the type of kid he is, and just kind of the relationship that we have both on and off the field.
He mentioned that Brennan has become one of his best friends.
Yeah.
And you've been in quarterback rooms, you've been in competitions. Is that kind of a rare thing that happens, just given the natural competition that those kind of guys can have?
Yes and no. Usually, I've been in my fair share of quarterback competitions, won some of them, haven't won some of them. Usually, the quarterback rooms are very, very tight-knit, and you kind of do everything together.
Yeah.
And usually, one of your best friends is going to be one of those quarterbacks, It's not always like that, but Sorsby and Lichty are very similar, and they just kind of, gravitated towards each other. Yeah, they're pretty tight.
Gotcha. We'll move on to Samaj, and then we'll wrap up. But Samaj, obviously, year 2. What's been the biggest trait that you've wanted him to develop going into sophomore year?
Yeah, just consistency. Obviously, we know Samaj is supremely talented. He can run, he can throw, he can do everything you want to do. I mean, we saw that 4 years ago in camp when we first started recruiting him.
Yeah.
But for every quarterback, but specifically him, just because he's still a young quarterback development, is just consistency.
Yeah.
Just make the routine plays, and your talent will take over on some of those great plays, those great throws.
Mm-hmm.
But for him, just know where you're going with the ball and make the consistent routine plays.
Was today his best day since the
Yes.
start of fall?
Yes.
I think that's what
Yes.
I thought too.
Yes. Obviously, there's a lot getting thrown at him.
Yeah.
The defense is doing a lot. We're doing a lot. And today was by far his best day, most consistent. He wasn't trying to, press at all. Wasn't trying to make the spectacular play. Just kind of took what he gave him, and he'll have a high completion percentage day and a good day.
Could this year be a thing where you kind of bring him in for some running situations, or is it more of?
Yeah,
I think I remember Satterfield saying
Yeah,
something
it
about
definitely could be. Anything's on the table.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're going to do what we feel we need to do
Yeah.
to win the game, whether that's Sorsby playing 85 plays, whether it's Lichty getting some reps, whether it's Samaj getting some reps. I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
But definitely everything is on the table because we're going to do what we got to do to win the game. But we definitely have confidence in all three of those guys that we can go win with them, especially with the talent around all of them.
Gotcha. All right, thanks, Coach.